Hey guys, what's up? Fan here again, and today I'm bringing you guys another video commentary slash guide, and the hero that I'm going to be covering this time is of course the Butcher. Now, if you've been following my channel, you already know that I uploaded a video earlier that showed, the build order and talent paths that I like to take on Butcher. However, this video is going to be more focused on kind of showing you guys the gameplay, and I'll be talking about the skills still, but I'll be focusing hopefully more on the gameplay aspect. So level 1, first thing I like doing is I like to press tab and see how many auto attack heroes there are on the other team. Right now I see Zeratul, Nova, and Sonya and Zagara. All of those can count as auto attack heroes. Um, so I'm actually going to go ahead and take block at level 1. The majority of the time I do take Invigoration if there's only like 1 or 2 auto attack heroes, but in this case there are so many that I feel like block will help a lot, so I'm going to go ahead and take block there. Now, first thing we're going to do is, of course, we're going to go ahead and go to the watchtower. Gonna make sure we retain control of that. That Sonya went in by herself, very YOLO, and she decided to dive into our entire team and paid the price for that. However, it looks like the rest of my team is not here, which means that they're gonna get the first chest control, which is not ideal. Now, speaking in general as Butcher, generally what you want to do as Butcher is you want to hide and gank wherever you can. Can't really do much there, unfortunately. Gonna force that blink away and then back up. Try and get this watchtower. And, generally speaking, you're probably gonna be roaming by yourself. Butcher in competitive games almost always roams with someone else, whether that be a Tyrande or a Jaina or, just like a Muradin, someone with a double stun. But if you're roaming by yourself, generally what I like to do in these games is I like to collect my meat first. So you can see right now I only have 14 stacks of meat. The max is 25. So generally speaking, if there's an easy gank, I'll take it. But if not, I'm going to go ahead and actually shove this lane out and try and fill my stacks of meat first before I start roaming for real. Because the 25% extra bonus damage actually, is moderately important when you're talking about ganks. 25% damage can definitely mean the difference between a gank succeeding and a gank failing. So, once again, really like to do that. Zeratul took the watchtower here. This is a very important watchtower, so I don't want to lose control of it. I'm going to go ahead and take it. Alright, level 4, I like Flail Axe, like I said in my previous video. Flail Axe is really, really good just because, and the Zeratul is here once again, provides a ton of utility. Butcher is usually a very all-in hero. Okay, he just blinked, so I'm actually going to charge him and do some damage to him. I'm going to turn here. Just barely managed to kill that guy. Looks like I'm going to die there, but I'm going to at the very least trade for 2 people there, so overall a pretty good trade. But going back to the skill build, I'm going to explain a little bit about Flail Axe. So once again, on this talent tier, I think Flail Axe is the one you should take the most often, and sometimes if you want to go all in, if you're just going to kill a hero when you go in no matter what, Envenom is also okay in my opinion. And basically the reason why I like those is because Flail Axe, without Flail Axe, your Q range is like right there. It's super, super short, which means that Butcher cannot really hover around in fights. It means if you're not in the fight, you're basically doing nothing, right? However, when you do get Flail Axe, you can see how incredibly long the range is. So when you have Flail Axe, basically what it means is that you can actually stay, at like ranged auto attack range, and you can constantly slow their heroes down, constantly annoy them, constantly poke them with your Q. And it makes it so that you have a contribution without being forced to go into a fight. And I think that's something that's really important. And that's one of the main reasons why I like it so much. It's a lot of creep here, so I'm going to go ahead and try and clear some of that. Level 7, I like to go Brutal Strike just for the increased burst damage. It's 50% of your... Slow that guy one more time, and tap. So it's 50% of your auto attack damage, and Butcher is already one of the highest auto attack damage heroes in the game with his base auto attack. Not to mention that you know, he has his passive, which is 25% extra auto attack damage. So overall, it's really really good. Ooh, unfortunately, just died there. That was a pretty unfortunate death there. I actually got hit by all the banelings. If I didn't get hit by the banelings there, I think I would have life stole enough to stay alive. However, that was not the case, unfortunately. It's a little over aggressive of me to, you know, push up against both of their heroes. I wanted to get my meat count up as fast as possible, but overextended a bit in doing so. Looks like they almost managed to kill her. I'm actually going to go up here, make sure the experience in this lane is soaked, and I'm going to clear the knights here. So this is one annoying thing about Butcher, and you can actually take Abattoir at level 7 if you don't like this part a lot. So every time you die as Butcher, you lose all of your stacks, and basically that makes it so that, you know, after you die, it's actually not optimal for you to really do anything except go back straight into lane and get your stacks back. So that's like a little bit annoying, but oh well, what can you do? We're still, you know, very far ahead of them. We're gonna hit 10 when they're 9. I'm actually gonna play patient just a little bit here, and yeah, I figured that was probably the case. However, I do have my mark on him, and you can see how insane the lifesteal there is. I basically just out lifestealed the damage of both Sonya and Nova. And that's just how insane Mark is. If you can get this Butcher's Brand Mark onto a tank and they don't run away from you, that alone is more than enough for you to basically like single-handedly turn a team fight around. So, you know, overall, very, very strong talents. Mark is also the reason why Butcher 1 versus 1 will never really lose against any other melee hero. He'll also win against the majority of range heroes just because he can close the gap with Ruthless Onslaught. You can see how far you can charge a player from. So, you know, overall, Butcher is pretty darn good. I'm going to go ahead and try and Merc here. We are on Blackheart's Bay, so once you get ahead, you want to, you know, Merc as fast as you can, kind of just win the map through PvE with the coins and mercenary pressure. So that's what I'm doing right now. Looks like they already got that, so I'm just going to go back and refill my mana here. Oh, actually, it looks like they're going to fight and let it leash, so I'm going to come down here just in case they need help. It doesn't look like it, but just in case, I'll be down here. I also needed to, you know, get some more stacks of the meat, so overall being down here is fine, I think. Looks like we did secure the mercenary pressure there, and now I know that, you know, they're going to have to be defending this. I feel relatively safe to go to the turn-in. It looks like Thrall will zone that Zeratul off for me. Oh, bit of a lag spike there. It looks like he's trying to kill him, but I don't think he'll be successful. Did go very, very far for that, though. Now, I see the Sonya is back up here, and like I said, you know, no one's going to be able to out 1v1 me, so I'm actually going to go up here as well. I'm going to soak the experience, and if I happen to meet him, you know, that's probably going to be good for me. I'm going to go ahead, just soak this experience. Looks like my teammates down there lost a 4 versus 4, which is unfortunate, but should be still fine. We're still heavily favored in the experience lead. And I saw the Sonya right there, but I don't really care about her too much right now. What I want are the coins here. This is still a 4 versus 4. And I'm trying to see how they're doing there. Doesn't look like they're doing very good, unfortunately. But right now, the only thing I can do is get this chest. Sonya is still up in top lane, so Sonya has not contributed whatsoever, so it is still a 4v4 down there. I'm actually going to ride up to this Sonya. I'm just going to use Mark immediately. And you can see there's really nothing she can do. Once I get near her without using my charge, even if she runs, I'll just charge after her and kill her. So that was that Sonya's mistake to let me get that close without running away. Or really just for being, you know, not safe at the in the first place. So managed to get the pretty easy kill on her. I did get top chest and these coins, so I'm gonna keep getting all the coins on the map here. Have turn in, so I'm gonna go around and go to the turn in point right after I get these coins. My teammates know. And, you know, so far so good. We are still up a level here. This is quick match. I actually played a couple of Hero League games before this, but believe it or not, the Hero League games were a lot easier, and every one of them ended up with me having like a 4-level lead or something, so, you know, I actually went to quick match to find a better match to show you guys. Alright, so we did manage to get our turn in, and I still have 9 coins, which is great. I'm gonna go ahead and push this out really fast, as hard as I can. And next, I'm going to go top and also push this out. I'm going to tell Sylv to push the wave out, and what I'm going to do is start trying to solo the boss. I believe with Butcher, you can actually solo most bosses, you know, fairly easily. As long as you know, use your Hunter's Mark properly. Looks like I'm not going to full solo my boss here because my teammates want to help. But with Butcher, as long as you use your Hunter's Mark, you know, you let the boss hit you down to about half HP first. Oh shoot, they're actually contesting. I'm going to get on this point here. We did manage to get the boss. I'm going to kill this guy because he jumped in. And now I'm going to ride up to this Jaina. And just, you can see how much my auto attacks are damaging these guys. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this Zeratul. Yeah. You can see how much Butcher's auto attacks hit for once you're at max stack. You can see each one hits for almost 400 damage right now, which is just absolutely insane. Not to mention I do have Brutal Strike as well, which, you know, amplifies that amount of damage. So you can see they didn't focus me there. They were trying to kill my teammates, and I just slaughtered all of them pretty much. You can see I'm top damage currently at 16k. Now I do have just enough coins here to turn in again, which is pretty nice for me. Going back to my skill build, you can see I went Furnace Blast at level 10, Spellshield at level 13, which is what I always go just to get the extra survivability, and Blood Frenzy at level 16. Blood Frenzy gives you 25% extra attack speed, 35 if you go Abattoir here. And it's just really nice. Attack speed with your huge attack damage synergizes really well. You know, it's good for you when you take mercs, good for you when you push structures, good for you in team fights. You know, it's just really great synergy. And that's another thing I forgot to mention. Butcher is actually really, really strong in pushing, as long as you're not tanking the fort or keep shots. So as long as your auto attack are not getting slowed by the fort or keep, I think Butcher is the fastest probably pusher in the game. He'll probably push faster than like a Sylvanas or even this guy's staying still, and you can see how much my auto attacks are just completely chunking him here. I did get mod there, and it looks like their team is there. But I'm gonna charge this guy, and if he doesn't have blink, he is in a load of trouble. This guy is the real Nova. A lifesteal off of him. Bunch of summons on me, so I have to back off for now. Slow it a little bit, run away. Actually in danger of dying to the summon, that would be embarrassing. Okay, and back off. I'm gonna press W just in case that Zeratul comes. I'm ready to counter attack there, but he didn't, so we're all good. And yeah, like I said, you can kind of see how insane Butcher is once he auto attacks. Butcher's strengths generally lie in the early game. I would say he's about as threatening as a Kerrigan in terms of just, you know, early game power. And the great thing about Butcher, in my opinion, is that he scales much better than Kerrigan. So as you move on to the late game, I would much rather have a Butcher on my team than a Kerrigan, just because, you know, his auto attack damage is so great, and auto attack is one of the best late game scaling things in Heroes. Not to mention his lifesteal with you know, Butcher's brand on any tank is just absolutely absurd. If you can get this on a tank and they don't run away from you, you pretty much just kill them and you're still at full HP, which means, you know, most of the time you just win that fight straight up. Alright, so we got another turn in here. I'm going to go down and take the camp here. I'm not sure what my team is doing. Looks like they have the same idea and they want to take that Giants camp. So I'm just going to go ahead and push this. With Spellshield and block, I went for, it's a fairly defensive build, so as long as we're in the lead right now, I'm not too worried about getting blown up. And I'm just going to keep pushing. We're almost 20 here, so I'll have Bolt soon, which will be a very, very good thing. Because now I can charge in and bolt out, or I can, Furnace Blast and then bolt in, whichever one suits the situation more. So that's really good. I'm gonna go ahead and start sieging this. We don't have any minions here, unfortunately, so gotta wait for those. But in the meantime, I'll just keep poking them. You can see how long the level 4 makes your Q, right? So you can see I'm just constantly poking. I'm poking their ranged heroes without really taking any damage at all. Whereas if I didn't have that level 4 talent, it's a good blink. I'm actually gonna go in there, finish the job, kill that guy, bolt out, and now I'm just gonna hit the keep here. If that Zeratul wants to hit me, he's more than welcome to do so, but I will easily outtrade him. I keep slowing people, just keep being annoying with my Q. Oh, hello, Zeratul. Oh, he just ran away. But my charge is up, so now he has no blink, and I have charge. I'm gonna click forward, make sure my Furnace Blast hits, run away from the Nova, and this should be the game. What I really want right now is a healer, but we don't have one, unfortunately. I'm gonna get these little regen gloves here, wait until my bolt is up again. And yeah, at this point, it is game over. So that's about it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope I showed you guys a little bit about the gameplay side of my Butcher build. Just remember all the talents and the reasoning for why you take them. Try and play to your strengths. And if you haven't yet, make sure to go back and watch my talent video about Butcher, where I go a lot more in depth about each of the talent choices, what options you have, and when to take them. So thanks for watching, guys. That'll be it for me. If you like this video, make sure to follow the YouTube channel. There's going to be a lot more content coming out. And other than that, if you have any comments, make sure to leave them below. And I'll see you guys next time.